The dissent against Sri Lankan President Gotabaya Rajapaksa and his clan is on the rise. According to the latest development, a group of students tried to storm into the Sri Lankan Parliament. The protests were being staged by the Inter-University Students' Federation, which is the largest student body in Sri Lanka. Last night, the group of students marched towards the Parliament roundabout. But in order to disperse the protesters, police fired tear gas. The student protesters later set up a camp along the road leading to the parliament. It's called Horu Go Gama. Even after being tear gassed by the police, university students decided to remain along Parliament Road and protest all night. The students are calling for the government as well as all 225 members of parliament to quit. Yesterday, the police had set up barricades along the sprawling parliament complex when the parliament was voting to elect a new deputy speaker. Pressure has been mounting on the ruling Rajapaksas to step down from their roles. Demands for the resignation of the president and the government are at the center of regular demonstrations which are being held throughout the country. The ruling government has been accused of mismanaging the economy, due to which prices of essential goods are skyrocketing and the country's reserves plummeting to record low levels. However, President Gotabaya Rajapaksa and his family have made it clear that they will not step down. And for more on this, joining us live is our correspondent Dasunia Thauda from Colombo. Dasunia Thauda, good to see you. What more do we know about this latest protest? Yesterday, 12 people were arrested following anti-government protests. Are these demonstrations related?
A very good morning, Eric. Well, just like you mentioned, the road leading to the parliament, which is right behind me, has now become a protest hotspot. As of last night, when Inter-University Students' Federation were tear-gassed, nevertheless, the students were persistent that they camped overnight at this specific location with the hopes of continuing their protest. It is also interesting now that this site has been established as Horu Go Gama, which translates to Go Home Thieves Village, where the 225 elected politicians who usually use this road to go to parliament have now been openly and blatantly called thieves for not cooperating and working together to find solutions for Sri Lanka's worsening economic crisis that has now also taken the turn of a political crisis. Now, these students are adamant that they stay here and they are establishing this into another village quite similar to the protest village that you must be well aware with by now, which is called Botabo Village, which is near the Presidential Secretariat in Colombo. And it will be interesting to see how the parliamentary proceedings will go on today, provided that Parliament is also scheduled to start at 10 a.m.
Dasuni, apart from making arrests and also disrupting the protests, what is the current government doing to address the dissent or quell the anger by Sri Lankans?
Eric, it has been more than a month since Sri Lankans took to the streets, not only here in Colombo, but also across the country to voice their dissent. They've tried various things ever since this protest started. We started off with an island-wide curfew, which was later reversed. Then we also started off with a social media ban, which was highly ineffective. And right now, people are just exercising their right for a peaceful protest, which is a fundamental right that is enshrined in Sri Lanka's constitution, and a right that is awarded to each and every citizen of this country. To be frank, apart from the tear gassing, apart from the barricades and the blocking, this government has still been unable to pacify the people and their anger.
Live from Colombo, thank you very much, Dasunia Thauda, for that information and for talking to us today. Keep an eye on those protests. WION is now available in your country. Download the app now and get all the news on the move.